Alrighty guys, what is going on? It is JT Bricks here, back for another LEGO Star Wars 2021 video here today. And today we are continuing our series about the future of 2021 in LEGO Star Wars and what sets we could possibly see in the future. Today's episode obviously covering the Clone Wars. Let's jump right into it. Anyways guys, first up here we have the defoliator tank, obviously from the Clone Wars TV show. A lot of things you can do here. First of all, we did get the AAT in the summer, but this is obviously a modified AAT. It's a little bit different. It has kind of the same base model, but the big cannon on top is kind of different, really. And this set is obviously based off of when this vehicle appeared in the Clone Wars in Season 4, I want to say. On Dathomir, you could have Asajj Ventress, General Grievous, some battle droids, Night Sisters, maybe Mother Talzin, Old Daka, that kind of thing. So really there's a lot of possibilities with this set, and it's such a unique set and vehicle. I think it would be neat to see in LEGO Star Wars form in 2021 or beyond. Is it something LEGO would ever do? I don't know, but it's certainly a nice mock-up here, and I think it looks pretty good in LEGO form. Anyways, guys, next up we have one of my personal favorite ideas here, this being a Venator Star Destroyer from the Clone Wars. Obviously, in our last video, we talked about Revenge of the Sith and the possibility of a Venator from that movie. Obviously, in the Clone Wars finale, the Venator is a huge part of that final episode where the Venator crashes on the moon, and that kind of ends the show. And it's just such a big part of the Clone Wars era that, to me, it's a vehicle that would be really awesome to see in LEGO form, whether it's UCS or a playset or either or. And you can include a lot of unique minifigures in this set, like Ahsoka, all sorts of clone troopers, officers and such, droids even. Really a lot you can do with the set, and it's a set that, to me, lends itself so well to LEGO. It would be such a pretty and beautiful and just unique set that LEGO could make. They haven't done one in a long time. The last one's kind of weird looking, and if they made one now, I think it would look absolutely fantastic. Another ship we could see based off of the Clone Wars could be the Republic Medical Frigate. Obviously, these ships are a little bit smaller than the Venator, but still kind of a unique design. Are they as pretty and, maybe as likely as a Venator getting released in LEGO Star Wars form? I don't think so, but still, a unique ship. The only time you've gotten a ship that's kind of similar to this would be the Phoenix Home One, I think, home base ship that we got based off of Star Wars Rebels a few years back. That ship's a little bit different, kind of the same class of ship or base model, I guess you could say. This one obviously has some different colors. You can include some clones and such in this set, so it would be unique, it would be different, and to me, I think it's something that would be really cool to see in LEGO form. Another large Republic vessel we could see could be this cruiser right here. Obviously, this is in a few Clone Wars episodes, not too many, but a few. It kind of reminds me of Moff Gideon's cruiser, actually, which is kind of funny. But again, you can include General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, other clones in this set. It's really, again, a unique ship. A little bit, it kind of resembles a little bit more the Star Destroyer, right? Is it something LEGO would make? I don't know, but it's something unique, and, if LEGO did make it, I wouldn't complain. Moving forward, next up we have the Stun Tank, which is a vehicle that obviously is land-based and isn't seen too often in the Clone Wars, but is still in a few important episodes like the Zillo Beast defeat episode. Not a big take, not anything too iconic or special, but it's something unique, something LEGO could try and attempt to make. You include some clones, maybe Anakin, Mace Windu, that kind of thing. Unique vehicle, nothing too special, but, kind of something different, I guess. Moving on, one of my personal favorite ideas for a 2021 or beyond LEGO Star Wars, the Clone Wars set, would be kind of a Siege on Urbana here, maybe even Siege on, or Battle of Christophsis type set here. We have the full-scale kind of Octuptara droid, or Tri-droid, whatever you want to call it. Having LEGO make one of these full-scale ones would be pretty unique and probably pretty difficult. I really don't know how they would incorporate this into kind of like a full-size form. But you can include a lot of minifigures, a lot of Republic stuff, droid stuff, all sorts of things into one kind of big battle set like this. It would be something that would have been really unique and interesting. And, anything is possible to me in LEGO Star Wars, but not everything is likely. This one to me isn't too likely. They've made Tri-droids in the past, but they're like a much smaller scale, like in the 212th Attack Battalion Battle Pack a few years ago. It's something LEGO could try, but realistically, I don't see this one really happening, but it is possible. And something much more attainable for LEGO Star Wars fans could obviously be a new Clone Troopers Battle Pack. Obviously, we did just get the 501st Battle Pack in the summer, so I don't think we're necessarily going to see a new Clone Battle Pack anytime soon, not to mention there actually are no Battle Packs currently scheduled for 2021, so that's kind of a bummer. But in 2022, maybe beyond that, 2023, we could see a Clone Battle Pack with some 332nd Troopers, regular Clone Troopers. There's really a lot of stuff they could do here, but ultimately, people do like Battle Packs, and I don't think anyone would complain if we got one for early 2021. Moving forward, one of the more large and unique sets that we could get in the future would be a Republic dropship with ATTE. This obviously was based off of the Clone Wars. The original one was. This one is too, and it's a set that people have been demanding to see again for a long, long time now. It's very popular. It's very high in value, and for LEGO to remake this, they would just be capitalizing off of the hype and money they can make from releasing a set like this. It would be so cool to see a new Republic dropship, a much better version, a new ATTE, which we haven't gotten in 8 years, and really just a combination of these two, or maybe even separate sets, would be pretty unique and pretty awesome to see, I can't lie. Regardless of the likelihood of this set happening, to me it's not very high, but still I think it would be unique if LEGO would make Order 66 or just kind of that kind of theme of sets of Order 66. Here we have a model here of Ahsoka on the Venator during Order 66. It would be cool to have sets like that. You can include a lot of cool clone troopers with maybe like Ki-Adi-Mundi and other Jedi that died. In this case, obviously you have 332nd troopers with Ahsoka. There's some cool ideas here, but ultimately I don't think they're too likely, but never say never, I guess. Now here we kind of have a Republic attack shuttle transport here. To me, this set is not very pretty to look at, I can't lie. The normal Republic attack shuttle is much more appealing, I guess you could say. This one's kind of got that weird, just like boxy look, because it's like the big transport or whatever. Again, something not super appealing or visually stunning, I guess you could say, but it is a part of the Clone Wars. It's a unique set, and it's something that LEGO has never done before. The last time we got the Republic attack shuttle in general was like 12 years ago. They haven't made one since. I think it's the only one as well. This set, you can include some updated minifigures, maybe do the boxy version here, have a lot of clones, maybe you can include Darth Maul and Ahsoka as they're obviously present on board one of these attack shuttles in the later seasons of the Clone Wars, and it's just kind of a unique ship and vessel, and, why not? To be honest, out of all the sets I've mentioned so far, to me, none of them are really super likely. One to me that's a little bit more likely than the others is this one here, the 501st Y-Wing Bomber. Is it a vehicle that's super popular or iconic? Not necessarily, but it is the Y-Wing, even if it is the Clone Wars Y-Wing, and we've never gotten a Clone Wars Y-Wing in blue form, or any blue Y-Wing, I guess, for that matter. And last time we did get a Clone Wars Y-Wing, which was obviously the yellow version, it was a long time ago. So to get one like this would be pretty unique and cool, especially for someone like me who never got the original Clone Wars Y-Wing. You can include Ahsoka, Captain Rex, maybe Jesse, maybe some 501st troopers, 332nd troopers in a set like this. It would just be something that's cool to see and something that would be very unique, kind of like a one-off set. One set that I would absolutely love to see would be a new kind of Siege of Mandalorian combat ship here. This is obviously the normal, or I guess a good guy Mandalore ship here. The Gauntlet Fighters, I believe, is what they're called or something like that. Just a pretty unique vehicle. We got one of these, I think, a few years ago, like in 2011. Came with pre-Vizsla, some Mandalorians and such. Obviously, back then, the Mandalorians, the Death Watch, I guess, were kind of considered the bad guys. Now, in this case, if they made this, I assume the Mandalorians would be the good guys, right? So, again, kind of a unique vehicle, and I think LEGO could really improve upon the old model. It's just such a beautiful and kind of unique ship, and again, I think it would look great in LEGO form with all the different designs and styles they could do with this ship. They could include a lot of unique minifigures, like a Bo-Katan minifigure, which, to me, the fact that we don't have one is kind of mind-blowing. Some more Mandalorians, clones, maybe Ahsoka, some of the Maul Mandalorians, the red Mandalorians, maybe some yellow ones. Just a lot of stuff they could do with this set, and it's something that would be very unique. Moving on, LEGO could also actually do the alternate version of the Gauntlet Fighters with the Darth Maul Gauntlet Fighters. Of course, this being related to the Crimson Dawn and the Syndicate and all that stuff. You could obviously include some of the Darth Maul Mandalorians, maybe Darth Maul, some other people associated with his syndicates. Really just a lot of cool stuff you could do here, and, I think that the red and black just really look good on this unique fighter. Again, pretty similar to the last one, just a color change. Something unique, something out there, something different, something LEGO has never done before in this case, so why not? On one of the more unique sets I think that we could see would be a new kind of Umbarran themed Clone Wars set. The last time we got one of these was obviously like 6 years ago, I believe, in 2014, 2013, around that range. And to get a new one would be kind of weird, but also kind of cool at the same time. Obviously, you could make this Umbarran hover tank here, something we've never seen before in LEGO form. Something that would actually be kind of neat and unique to see in LEGO form. You could get some more 501st troopers, Anakin Skywalker, maybe General Krell, who we haven't seen in LEGO form in also, I think, 6 years. So kind of a unique set, that likely. Is it that likely? No, probably not, but something that would be cool to see. Now, when I first came up with this video idea, obviously I had not yet seen all of the new Star Wars projects being released, and yesterday was Thursday, and at the Disney Investor Day or whatever, they released a bunch of new Star Wars projects, and obviously one of them is the Bad Batch show, and here we have the Bad Batch shuttle from the Clone Wars. To me, this set is kind of like a lock, at least eventually, to come out. I mean, they could have made one for the Clone Wars. I was actually kind of surprised they didn't, because it's such kind of, not necessarily an iconic vehicle, but a unique one, and it would be something they'd never done before. And instead of doing like what they're doing now in 2021, the Imperial shuttle, I thought, why not try a Bad Batch shuttle? You could have all the 4 members of the Bad Batch, maybe Echo as well, Anakin, some other clones and such, and they didn't do it, so I was kind of confused, but looking at the Investor Day stuff and watching the trailer of that Bad Batch show, that ship and that crew are obviously the main part of that show, so I do imagine maybe we'll see this one in the future. Will it be Clone Wars themed? Maybe not, but it will definitely be Bad Batch themed, I guess you could say, and, they both take place around the same era, so I do imagine this ship is coming. Probably not the Clone Wars version we would be expecting, but still a version of the ship is probably coming regardless. Continuing the trend of unique ships here, we have the Stealth Corvette from one of the early seasons of the Clone Wars, Season 2, I believe. If any of you remember the ship, obviously it has a cloaking device. It's pretty unique looking and kind of resembles a submarine in that episode, I believe. Not the most pretty set or one that I think LEGO would make, but still unique. You can include a lot of unique clone troopers in this set, like some of the stealth operatives and such that we see in that episode. You can include Anakin, Admiral Yularen, maybe Admiral Trench. Just some cool stuff you could do with this set. Super likely, again, probably not, but definitely one that's pretty interesting. On the other hand, this is a set that is much more likely maybe getting a different style of Clone Troopers battle pack, where instead of giving different troops or legions and such, like the 501st Legion, the 212th Attack Battalion, maybe LEGO finally gives us just a normal Clone Troopers battle pack again with some of the Phase 2 normal clones and a gunner. That would be something that would be awesome, because we've never gotten anything like that, and we haven't really gotten any new like Phase 2 just plain Clone Troopers. They've only been in like one set, like a microfighter, and to me that's kind of crazy. It's like back in the day of the old models, the Phase 2 troopers were in a pretty good amount of sets. These days they're not in like any sets at all, so for LEGO to make a battle pack like this, it would be pretty awesome. Many LEGO Star Wars fans have been demanding a new Republic gunship for a while now. That is why in 2021 we should be getting the new UCS Republic gunship as voted by the fans, right? So the chances of us getting just a normal, gunship is pretty much zero. But for the future, beyond the UCS gunship, however many years that is, we could see a new gunship like this one. Obviously, one from the Clone Wars. So you can include some clones, 332nd Troopers, Mandalorians, maybe Ahsoka. Really a lot of cool stuff you could do here. This is just the normal red gunship, so nothing too special, but still, it's a set we could see in the future. On the other hand, one set to me that is much more likely than the gunship would be an MTT. Could it be a Clone Wars style MTT? Sure. I mean, the last time we got an MTT was like 7 years ago. It was obviously every MTT we've gotten, has been the brown version. We've never gotten a blue Clone Wars version, and recently we did just get the blue AAT, which is something LEGO hadn't made in like over a decade. So, and in this case, they never actually made this set ever, so, no excuse here, I guess, to not make this. And, the brown MTTs are unique and cool and obviously kind of iconic part of Episode 1, but they're kind of lame, and you know what, why not spice things up a little by doing a Clone Wars blue-colored MTT to release in the future? Why not? One set to me that would be so cool to see, but probably will never be made or even thought about or conceived, by LEGO would be a Republic gunship like this, the Coruscant Guard gunship that we see in Season 6 of the Clone Wars, where Commander Thorn and his troopers are on Scipio, and unfortunately they do all perish in that battle and skirmish on Scipio, but they had some really cool looking gunships here with these Coruscant Guard and just red Senate themed colorings on the gunship. It would be such a cool set, really would. I love it. I think it looks great. You can include some Coruscant troopers, shock troopers and such, Commander Thorn even, some droids. It would be sick, but will LEGO ever make it? I don't know, but it is possible, I guess you could say. But the likelihood of this being made in 2021, 2022, or even the next 50 years are probably slim to none. Back to the theme of the Umbarran arc of episodes in the Clone Wars, there were really a lot of unique vehicles in those episodes. Obviously, they belonged to the Umbarrans, and in this case, we have this little worm tank thing. I remember this thing causing havoc in those episodes. Pretty unique build, one that I think would be really interesting for LEGO to try and tackle and create a nice fluid model. You can include some clones, Umbarrans and such, maybe even Prong Krell. Really just a lot of unique stuff they could do with a set like this. Well, if it isn't evident now, as you can tell, I really love Republic gunships, and maybe they could try Wolfpack gunship here with this blue coloring and such. I know they have like the Plos Bros little sticker things they could add for a gunship like this, and you include some Wolfpack troopers, maybe Warthog, Plo Koon, some droids and such. Just kind of a unique gunship, again, something you've never gotten before with a gunship with blue colorings on it. So kind of out there, kind of unique, but one that I would like to see in the future, but chances are I probably won't ever see it. But I'm still going to campaign for unique gunships. Now, one set to me that would be absolutely sick would be a Citadel mock-up like this set here. A pretty unique set. Again, it's kind of just a big tower with some lava and such, but still they can include a lot of unique minifigures in this set that, to me, are characters that deserve minifigures. I mean, we can get finally an ARC Trooper 5s and Echo, many clones. You could have Master Peel in this set, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka. A lot of stuff they could do with this set, and they could update some of the old minifigures like I mentioned before. And, just a really cool set from a really cool group of episodes from the Clone Wars. Now, earlier I mentioned the thing about the stun tank and how that vehicle is seen in the Zillo Beast episodes. Why not make a combo pack with the Zillo Beast and the stun tank? To me, the likelihood of this happening anytime soon are probably very low, like 0 chance, but still kind of a unique set. You can include the Zillo Beast, which would be awesome, a stun tank, which is still pretty neat, and a lot of clones and Jedi that would be awesome to see in LEGO Star Wars form in updated minifigure versions. Moving on, I know there's been a lot of ideas in this video, but to me, one of the more underrated ideas would actually be one of these Trade Federation invasion ships like this one here, but do it a Clone Wars version. Obviously, in Episode 1, they're all kind of tannish and yellow, kind of lame looking, but why not spice it up by adding some blue accents here like they are seen in the Clone Wars with their Separatist Alliance emblems and such. Kind of a unique vehicle, one that would be a very large set, by the way, but something that would be cool, unique, and just kind of out there, I guess. Next up, we could also possibly maybe see the Super Tank from the Geonosis group of episodes in Season 2. Pretty unique vehicle. Kind of resembles the MTT, kind of resembles the AAT in a little bit, almost like a combination of those two in a way, but still just a unique vehicle, something, again, we haven't seen before in LEGO form. It would be kind of weird and unique to see this, but really not too much they can do with it, I guess. You could include some Geonosis battle droids, maybe some clones, Ahsoka, Barisafi. It would be a cool set. Maybe not something too exciting, but still something we could see in the future. The last set idea for this video would be a duel on Mandalore set. This one is one of my favorites, actually. A good way to end the video, in my opinion. We can include a duel on Mandalore set. Not the typical one you might be thinking of, like Ahsoka v. Maul. That's awesome, but obviously kind of everyone wants that. One that would be really underrated and cool to see would be a Darth Maul and Savage Oprez versus Emperor Palpatine in kind of this, again, the same Mandalore setting, really the exact same as the one from Season 7 of the Clone Wars. It would just be sick. I mean, obviously you get a new Darth Maul minifigure, you can get an Emperor Palpatine minifigure with his red robes on, not the ones we traditionally see him in, and a new Savage Oprez minifigure, which I never got the one set he came in a few years ago. So this would be a great way to include all those great minifigures into a relatively cheap set in a really cool scene from the Clone Wars. Really cool set here. I love this one, actually. Guys, before I end this video, just a huge shout out to BrigWizard59 over on Instagram. Go check him out. Literally all of the designs in this video were his, so huge shout out to him. He does some great work on Instagram. Make sure to check him out. Anyways, guys, though, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Again, a lot of stuff in this video, a lot of Clone Wars sets and ideas that I think are out there. Really just a lot of potential from the show. So many episodes, so many characters, so many moments and vehicles and such. You could really take a lot from that and put it into LEGO Star Wars, and I think people would buy it and enjoy it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time on JT Bricks.